What's going on, guys? It's Auzio here. Welcome back to a brand new video. So today we have got another tier list, and it is going to be the defenders up next. And we've got so many new cards to go through today. So if you do enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And let me know in the comment section if there's any player that you disagree with. Maybe I put a player in the A+ tier, but you believe deserves to go into the S tier, or maybe even the A tier. Let me know who it is in the comment section. But let's get straight into it. Starting off with Virgil van Dijk, Winter Wildcard. The guy is incredible. 100% he is an S tier card. For me, the best centre back in EAFC 24. Mina, Winter Wildcard as well, an objective card, 6'5", has the pace, he's really good at going into tackles as well. For me, he's not up there with the S tier centre backs, but he definitely is an A+ tier card. Joao Cancelo, team of the group stage, a card that has high work rates, a card that just does not disappoint. He's just so good all-rounded. He can defend it insanely well, he goes forward insanely well with the whipped pass playstyle as well. Cancelo, for me, is our first S tier fullback. Kachawi's great. Her height definitely is a little bit of an issue when you're trying to cover like backstick headers, but on the ball she's amazing. She's fast as well. I don't think she's an S tier S tier fullback, but I definitely do believe she deserves to go into the A+ tier. Titi, this guy's playstyles, they're up there. The one playstyle he doesn't have is slide tackle. He's got anticipate, he's got intercept, he's got the whole lot. He is a great card, but the stamina is definitely an issue. I don't think he's on Mina's level. I'm going to put Titi in the A tier. Dodo, even though he's not a tall fullback, he's great on the ball, he's fast, he puts in some crazy good tackles. Definitely for me on the same level as someone like Kachawi. Lamptey, so weak. 46 strength, I believe it is. It might be even slightly less than that as well. He is very fast. He catches up really well to people. He just can't push anyone out the way. For me, Dodo is better. For me, Kachawi's better. I'm going to put Lamptey in the A tier. Varane Thunderstruck card, definitely up there with the best centre-backs in the game. Definitely an S tier card for me. The reach Varane has, the animations Varane has, it's just all the way up there with the best defenders in the game. Koundé, Trailblazer, he used to be up there. He used to be in the S tier. I think Koundé is no longer in the S tier. For me, this card is now an A+ tier. He isn't up there with Varane, and he definitely isn't up there with a player like Virgil van Dijk either. Dumfries, great on defense, going forward. Every now and again, you do notice the agility not being that great, but defensively, he is nice. Would I have him on the same level as someone like Kachawi though, or Dodo? Nah, I think Dumfries deserves to go A tier. I don't think he deserves to go on the same level as those two. Skriniar, really solid card. Fast, great tackling ability. Not a weak player either. Good reach on him. Skriniar, I'm going to put him A+ tier. Ogbonna, 6'3", pace. Again, all the way up there. The sprint speed is beautiful to catch up to these really fast attackers that we play up against nowadays. He's not a weak player either. For me, Ogbonna's very good. And honestly, right, you could say he's like right in between the two tiers, A+ and S tier. But I feel like he's leaning more towards the A+ tier. So I'm going to put him in the A+ tier. Ferland Mendy, Dynasty card, one of the best fullbacks in the game. Great dribbling-wise, strong, always pushes players out the way. One of the fastest fullbacks in the game as well. S tier for Mendy. Carvajal, I used to have Carvajal in the A+ tier. Carvajal is still nice, but I just don't feel like he deserves to go there now with players like Kachawi and Dodo. So I'm going to put Carvajal in the A tier. Kalulu, a nice centre-back as well. Nothing insane to me. Definitely not on the same level as the centre-backs we are looking at in the A+ tier. So I'm going to put him A tier. Lucas Hernandez, very solid. And I would say kind of underrated as well. He's great with the transition. He puts in some really strong tackles. He's not a weak player either. I'm going to put Lucas Hernandez in the A+ tier. For me, he's definitely better than players like Kalulu, and he's definitely better than players like Titi as well. Lucas Vazquez, 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. Very nice in that fullback position to have those two things. He's fast as well. He definitely is a nice card, and they gave him a really good upgrade, but I don't think he's A+. With Dodo and Kachawi, again, those two being in there, I think Lucas Vazquez is an A tier card. Cuadrado, 5-star skill moves, good defending ability, great going forward, arguably one of the best attacking fullbacks in this entire game. This Cuadrado card, he has to go in the S tier. He is the real deal, and if you've gone down the Serie A route, definitely advise using him as the right back. Theo, For me, up there with the best as well. For Hernandez, I've used this guy for the past 2 weeks on a main account in Foot Champs, and he just doesn't disappoint. When I'm not controlling this guy's tracking back constantly, pushing players out of the way, auto tackles, auto defending, just doing it, literally doing everything I want him to do in that left back position. He's also incredibly good going forward as well. So yeah, Theo Hernandez for me is an S tier card. Todibo, Todibo's like, okay, he's not on the same level as Kalulu or Umtiti though, so Todibo, I'm going to put him as our first B+ tier card. Koulibaly's Pro Live card has the potential to be a 90 overall and also has the potential to get a Playstyle Plus as well. I think this card right now is very good, but with some of the centre-backs we're going to see going into the S tier and the centre-backs we currently have in the S tier, I don't think Koulibaly is up there, so I'm going to put him in the A+ tier. Eric, just not that guy, you know, just not that guy. Like, as a fullback, because you can move him into a fullback position, Lucas Vazquez is better, Lamptey's better, Carvajal, Dumfries is better. And as a centre-back, yeah, Umtiti, Kalulu, better at putting in tackles. Eric, for me, B+ tier. Adair Militao, Winter Wildcard, I mean, it has to go up there. The pace is absolutely insane for a centre-back. And some of the tackles Adair Militao puts in, yeah, for sure, an S tier centre-back. Medina, not great either, to be honest. Not like a card that you really want to be using now. I don't think Medina's that guy, so for me, B+ tier. Simakan's Pro Live card, I believe it's Simakan or Simakan. I'm not sure which way it is to say it. Maybe both ways are wrong. I'm not 100%, but he is a very good card. A card that is cheap and a card that has potential to get more upgrades as well. He's very, very good for the price. I'm going to put him in the A+ tier. Saliba Winter Wildcard, I used this card last week and he was unreal. The tackles this guy puts in is crazy. Saliba, I'm going to put you in the S tier. Tierney, Thunderstruck card, a solid fullback, nothing too insane. I'm looking at the fullbacks in the A+ tier. I don't think Tierney deserves to go in there with Kachawi and Dodo. I'm going to put him A tier. Bellerin, another player that is really fast, another player that can put in some very good tackles, but another player that I don't believe deserves to go into the A+ tier. A tier for Bellerin. Adama Traore, as an attacking fullback, we're definitely looking at an A+ tier here, 100%. He is ridiculously good going forward. As a player that you want to defend with, he's not amazing at defending, but as an attacking fullback, I'm going to put him in the A+ tier. Reynard, just way too slow. Way too slow. With the attackers we match up against nowadays, yeah, this Reynard card is not it. I'm going to put her in the B+. Zinchenko, quite weak, but has pace, can put in some very good tackles as well. Zinchenko, A tier. Another one of those cards that is like, it's good, it's a good card, but it's nothing really, you know, insane. And again, Kachawi, Dodo, Adama, especially as an attacking fullback, is better in my opinion. Raum, A tier for him. Pau Torres, tackling wise, is good. But the pace is, yeah, definitely a little bit of an issue every now and again. He isn't the fastest of centre-backs, and I would rather have someone like Umtiti in that position. B+ for Pau Torres. Dante, again with the pace issues. 70 pace against the attackers we play up against nowadays. Not good enough. Dante, B+. Alphonso Davies in a fullback position, just sprinting up there. Honestly, you can play this card in like a left mid position if you want to as well. He is just so good on that left side, just constantly running up and down. He does it all in that position. Definitely an S tier card for me. Shelvey, even though he has 99 pace, dribbling wise as a fullback is absolutely horrendous to work with. And some of the tackles he puts in as well, they're not great. I used him, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. And yeah, I was not impressed. Shelvey, B+ tier. Klaus is solid. The only thing that I don't like about Klaus is the 3-star. And actually 2 things I don't like about Klaus. 3-star, and also the physicals. I wish the physicals were slightly better, but he is very good in this game. A+ tier for Klaus. This is a questionable one because I know for sure people would put this card in the S tier. But for me, he is an S tier CDM / centre mid. But as a centre back, for me, he's A+. He's very good in the centre back position, and that's why he's going in the A+ tier. It's just I don't think he's an S tier centre back. In the midfield, though, yeah, he is crazy. Kyle Walker, ridiculous pace for a centre back. Obviously, not originally a centre back, and yeah, he just catches up to everyone, puts in some crazy tackles. Kyle Walker also had a centre back card a few years ago. It was an inform card, I remember, and it was so broken. I'm pretty sure he had one last year as well. But yeah, this Kyle Walker card, S tier. Acuna, road to the knockout. I feel like it's the pace that kind of lets him down. As a midfielder, solid. As a fullback, I probably would say he's an A tier fullback. Mbabu, not really an amazing SBC. EA definitely should have done better with Mbabu. He had a team of the season card. I think he was back in FIFA 19, and that card was so broken. So when I heard Mbabu was going to be coming out as an SBC, yeah, I was expecting a much better card than this. This Mbabu, for me, is an A tier card. Gavardio's radioactive card, one of the most annoying cards to play up against because some of the animations he pulls off just to put in a block is insane to me. He's very good, but I don't think he's up there with the best. So I'm going to put him in the A+ tier. Like, Saliba's better, Adama the Tower's better, Varane is better. Gavardio, A+. Kim Min-jae in form, really good upgrade from EA compared to the gold card. Some really good stat increases. He has pace, he's got good animations as well. Another one of those cards I don't think is up there with the best, but I definitely do believe he's an A+ tier card. Marquinhos Trailblazer, one card that used to be up there, but now with that type of pace as well, Kim Min-jae's better, Gavardio's better, Koulibaly's better. Marquinhos is going to go into the A tier. Batcher, I know a lot of people use this Batcher card. I think Batcher in this game is insane when the ball is on the ground. When the ball's on the ground, she puts in some crazy good tackles. She's obviously really fast as well. She catches up to players, great on the ball, whipped past playstyle as well. One of the most overpowered playstyles to have on a fullback in this game. It's just when it comes down to the backstick headers, yeah, she doesn't cover them pretty well because of her height. I do believe though that this Batcher card is still an S tier card. Even though she's a small fullback, she's still up there with the best. Hummel's team at the group stage, the sprint speed on this card is solid, but the acceleration is absolutely horrendous. I've used this card and I've noticed that the 180 turns with this guy when you're trying to catch up to someone can come off so slow sometimes because of that acceleration, and it just feels like he can't turn as well as you want him to turn. I'm not a massive fan of Hummels. I'm going to put him in the B+ tier. I definitely would prefer someone like Marquinhos in that centre-back position. Havertz, Winter Wildcard. One of the best SBCs that you can do right now. Havertz definitely is an S tier card. No joke. He has the height. He is 6'3". He has everything you kind of want in that fullback position. The only thing you could probably say about this card is you kind of want a bit more physicals. Like, the physicals is a little bit low, but for a player that's 6'3", you notice in game it doesn't feel as weak as it says on the card. Fantastic play SBC and 100% recommend doing it. Definitely do it before it expires. I think there's still like 18 days to complete him, so you still got plenty of time, but definitely a card I recommend. Tap Sober, 99 dribbling is great on a centre-back, but the pace is a little bit meh. I used him in, I think it was the cup, the Winter Wildcard Cup, where you can only use 87 or under players. Yeah, this Tap Sober card, he wasn't that great for me. I just found him alright, so I'm going to put Tap Sober in the A tier. Timber Dynasty card, quite similar to someone like Koundé. Similar height, similar pace, similar defending ability as well. For me, Koundé is just slightly better, like animation-wise, but I'm going to put him on the same level, and that is the A+ tier. Weyer, really good pace, decent on the ball, but I wouldn't say he's anything like top tier. I'm going to put Weyer in the A tier. He is ridiculous with those crosses. He's great on the ball as well, and he is really, really fast. I feel like Karsdorp, even though he came out a while ago, he is still up there with those fullbacks in the A+ tier. So I'm going to put him in the A+. Great on the ball, fast, a player that can go forward really well, but a player that can't defend that well. Like, he's all right on defense because of some of the play styles he has, but he just really isn't anything amazing on defense. I'm going to put him, though, in the A+ tier because I would rather have Balde than, like, Lucas Vazquez and Carvajal and Dumfries and Lamptey and Tierney. All the fullbacks in the A tier, I would rather have Balde over them. Trent, he got a really good upgrade. Really, really good upgrade. Like, even though it was only a +1, he got, like, some crazy pace, some good dribbling increase as well. The long ball playstyle he has is insane. It's one of those playstyles that you can just smack the ball down the line and you know it's going to get onto the player every single time. I'm going to put Trent in the A tier. Di Lorenzo, tall fullback, good pace as well. I'm pretty sure with a shadow he has like 99 acceleration and 99 sprint speed. It's rather that or it's 98 and 98. He's got some really good defending animations as well. I think Di Lorenzo, he's definitely a player that you could look into the A+ tier, but I'm looking at like players like Karsdorp, and I prefer Karsdorp. I prefer players like Klaus as well. I'm going to put Di Lorenzo in the A tier. Romero, pace isn't anything up there with the best centre-backs in the game, that's for sure. But defending-wise, especially with that 98 aggression. Yeah, I'm going to put Romero at least in the A tier. I definitely do feel like, though, they should have gave him more pace. More pace, and we're probably looking at an A+ tier card. Klosterman, no playstyle plus on Klosterman, which is definitely a little bit questionable from EA, I must admit. A fast centre-back, but a centre-back that hasn't got great animations in-game. I'm going to put Klosterman in the A tier. Schlotterbeck, another player that is solid, but another player that really isn't up there with the centre-backs in the A+ tier. Schlotterbeck, A tier for him. James is really good. James is like a very, very nice defensive fullback. Some of the tackles you'll see this guy put in, yeah, he's definitely up there. I don't think he's all the way up there. I don't think he's an S tier fullback, but I'm going to put him in the A+ tier. Araujo needs to go up there. Radioactive Araujo in this game, yeah, that reach he has got, he just grabs the ball. Even though you're trying to like get away from this guy, you're literally putting the ball like on the other side of where he is. Somehow he will reach around you and just tap the ball away every time. It's crazy to see those animations in this game. Araujo, S tier. Frimpong, I will be honest, I don't know why he goes for the price he goes for. He's very good. I'm not going to deny it. He's great on the ball. He's extremely fast, and he puts in some very good tackles. But 600,000 coins? 600,000? Nah, that's way, way too much for Frimpong. I prefer all the fullbacks in the S tier. Have to be honest, Havertz is better, Batcher is better, Alfonso is better, Hernandez, Cuadrado, Ferland Mendy, Cancelo is all better than this Frimpong card. I'm going to put Frimpong in the A+ tier. Even though he's a card that goes for 600,000, I don't think he's up there with the best. Emre Can, you can move him into a centre-back position, and he definitely is nice in the centre-back position, but he's not on the same level as like Kim Min-jae, Koulibaly, that's for sure. Emre Can, I'm going to put him in the A tier. Harry Maguire, Player of the Month card. A big surprise. A big surprise. Because when I heard he won the Player of the Month, I was like, it's probably going to be a card that has like 75 pace. A card that's not that great. But then I saw the stats and EA juiced him. EA went crazy. They gave him a real good amount of pace. They gave him great defending stats, good physicals as well. This Harry Maguire card is no joke. I'm going to put him in the A+ tier. Inform Upamecano, another inform that is solid, and another player that I feel like deserves to go into the A+ tier. I feel like he's on the same level as someone like Kim Min-jae. Like, these two together are very solid. I'm going to put both of them in the A+. Mazraoui, radioactive card, 3-star, 3-star. Not amazing, but not bad either. Low physicals for a player that is 6 foot, but great on the ball. Really good passing ability. A player that is fast as well. A player that puts in some very good tackles. I'm going to put Mazraoui in the A+ tier. Mukiele, one of the most underrated cards right now. A player that goes for 110,000 coins and a player that should go for way more. Like, if you're just looking at the links alone, PSG, French. I don't think I need to tell you guys who he links up with. This Mukiele card is incredible in this game. He is definitely an S tier card. I've been using this card for the past week, I believe it is. Maybe, is it 2 weeks? No, I think it's just a week. Mukiele on the main account and RTG. Yeah, you can't go wrong. For a player that's 110,000, you cannot go wrong. Trust me, use him, you won't be disappointed. El Yamik, very, very fast. But pace is not everything. That's the thing. You need to have good defending. You need to have a good defending ability. You need to have good animations. And this El Yamik card definitely ain't on the same level as someone like Upamecano or Kim Min-jae, that's for sure. El Yamik, A tier. Frankowski, really good pace. Not great on defense, though. I'm going to put Frankowski in the A tier. Hincapi, another centre-back that's got a really, really good amount of pace, but pace is not everything. He is a great card, but I don't believe he deserves to go in the same tier as those centre-backs in the A+ tier. I'm going to put Hincapi in the A tier. Gomez, Joe Gomez. Now, this is a card that deserves to go A+. This is a really, really good player to play right next to someone like Virgil van Dijk. You can use VVD as a player that kind of just sits back, while Gomez just full sprints towards your opponent and just collects the ball every time. He is definitely up there in the A+ tier. Trippier, too slow for a fullback. I feel like Trippier is going to get one of those like crazy cards this year because he definitely does deserve it. I'm kind of hoping he gets like a position change into a sentiment position because I think this guy in a sentiment position will be the real deal. But yeah, as a fullback, B+ tier. Tomori, Up there. For me, Tomori has always been up there. He's one of those players that doesn't lack on the pace area. He doesn't lack on the animations either. He's so good in that centre-back position because he does pretty much everything apart from offer you like a really good heading ability. He's got everything that he needs to be in that S tier. Kimpembe, oh, this is a tough one. Kimpembe is great. I've used this card, I think, for 2 weeks in FUT Champ finals. And listen, Kimpembe is nice when putting in tackles, and the pace definitely is no issue either. I just don't think he's up there anymore with those S-tier centre-backs. I feel like we have better centre-backs now. I'm going to put Kimpembe in the A+ tier. Bremer, great player, not on Kimpembe's level, that's for sure. I'm going to put Bremer in the A tier here. Thiago Silva, this SBC at the time for sure was solid. I remember using this card and he was putting in some incredible tackles. He still has the pace that other centre-backs have now and other centre-backs that are in the A+ tier for sure. I just don't believe this Thiago Silva card deserves to go on that level anymore, just simply because if we're looking at that level, we're looking at players like Koulibaly that's got a ridiculous amount of strength, a player that bullies people, players like Mina, 6'5", bullies players as well. This Thiago Silva card has always been quite weak when it comes down to the physicals, so I'm going to put him in the A tier. Danilo Pereira, I remember some people was using him in that centre-back position. I feel like now you don't really use this card in that centre-back position anymore. I'm going to put him in the B+ tier. Lodi's pro card, was representing Lodi and he did really well in the tournament on the first week. He ended up getting, I think it was a +2 upgrade. I was recommending you guys to complete this SBC constantly. If you was in my streams, I was like, do Lodi, do Lodi. He will get upgrades. He will be the real deal. You stick him on an Anchor Chem style and he definitely is up there. Is he all the way up there with players like Mendy, players like Hernandez? No, in my opinion, he isn't all the way up there, but he is a really solid fullback. A+ for Lodi. Grimaldo, you can move this card back into a left back position, and as a left back, he is very nice. The long shots this guy gives you from a left back position is insane. Grimaldo, A+ tier. Robertson used to be A+. Is he A+ now? I don't think so anymore. With like Grimaldo and Lodi going in there, those two are better. Robertson, A tier. Diego Carlos Rota, the knockout card. The one thing that made people look away from this card instantly was the stamina. The stamina on this card is absolutely horrendous. I believe it's like 56 or like 58. That stamina for a centre-back for sure is an issue. I feel like though what you're going to get from him from the first like 60 or 70 minutes is very, very good. So I'm not going to put him all the way down into the B+ tier. I'm going to put him in the A tier, but for sure a card that needed more stamina. Llorente Evo. Now, some people will go against this. I don't think Llorente is S tier anymore. I've used Llorente for 600 games, I believe, on the main account. He is very good. I'm not going to deny it. Defensively, solid. Going forward is where I have my issue. Going forward, this guy's dribbling ability is not as good as players like Cancelo or Mendy or Cuadrado or Hernandez or Alfonso or Bachar or Havertz or Mukiele. All of these players have a really good dribbling ability. Llorente, for me, going forward, was not here anymore, and that's why I dropped him on the RTG and the main account. I like Llorente still. I still feel like he is up there, A+ tier. But I don't think he's all the way up there with the S-tier fullbacks now. I feel like we have got better fullbacks. Ruben Dias, way too slow. Way too slow now. Doesn't deserve to go any higher than the B+ tier. And just like that, we have got ourselves our defenders tier list. Again, let me know in the comment section if you guys do disagree with any player, maybe a player you think should have gone higher or lower. Let me know who it is in the comment section. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my top 3 centre-backs and top 3 fullbacks, starting off with top 3 fullbacks. Number 1, Hernandez. Theo Hernandez. I know a lot of people would probably put Ferland Mendy or Alfonso at number 1. I prefer Theo Hernandez. Theo Hernandez in this game, he gives you the height. He gives you everything you want in that position. Second, Ferland Mendy for sure. And then third, I will go Alfonso Davies. That's my top 3. Top 3 centre-backs. Number 1, VVD. Best centre-back in this entire game. A player that I would say is better than 93 Maldini. 93 Maldini, I know how good that card is. I've matched up against that card so many times. But that Virgil van Dijk, levels to this game. He is stupidly good in this game. So yeah, Virgil van Dijk, number 1. Second, I am going to go Ooh, I am going to go Varane, Thunderstruck card. And in the third spot, I will say Eder Militao, Winter Wildcard. I would take Eder Militao over Rojo. I feel like those two are very, very close. But yeah, I'm going to put Eder Militao in front of a Rojo. But yeah, that's my top 3 centre-backs and top 3 full-backs. Let me know your top 3 centre-backs in the comment section. But that is going to be it for the video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.